The Leverhulme Trust has been fantastic in supporting research at this wonderful intersection between neuroscience, philosophy and psychology. For me personally, having the Philip Leverhulme Prize was hugely influential when I was setting up my lab in giving me the courage to take risks, to branch out in a new direction. And at the time I was mainly studying metacognition and I had an interest in consciousness science, but I wasn't doing experiments myself on understanding the difference between conscious and unconscious states. And it was the support of the Leverhulme Trust that gave me the confidence to set up that side of my lab and the seed funding to do that. And now my lab has these two components to it. We have one side of the group studying metacognition, the other side of the group studying questions about conscious experience. And the magic happens at the intersection of those two.
So the Philip Leverhulme Prize was very important for my career because it gave me more visibility. Visibility in research, in science, in academia is very important, and is actually maybe even more important the older you get, because you have more, you have more influence and also a little bit, wider perspective to be able to, if you have this ambition to influence the field of mathematics more generally. So the more visibility you have, the more people you know, the broader your network, the more you can do this, and the more you can also choose the kind of problems you're working on and the goals and so on, the ambitions that you have in life. You can choose them more freely. Yeah, I think that's the main one.
Winning the Philip Leverhulme Prize has been really huge for me. It's a lovely vote of confidence in the work that I'm doing, but more significantly than that, it's allowing me to have 2 years of research leave. And that is giving me the space that I need to acquaint myself with new bodies of literature. So I need time to read work that's being done in neuroscience and psychology that's interesting, that's relevant to the philosophical questions I'm interested in. But that's a process. It takes time to acquaint yourself with those new literatures. And so it's brilliant to have the time to kind of let my mind expand in that way and to make some new relationships with people within philosophy and in other disciplines who are working on similar topics to that. Once you're kind of underway as an academic and you have a lot of teaching responsibilities, that time to do that is so precious, and it feels like it just gives you the space to have the opportunity to think more deeply in a way that's hard to do when you're otherwise caught up in the day-to-day of admin and teaching.
So the Philip Leverhulme Prize was such a special honour that I was awarded soon before I left for America, actually. So this was 10 years ago. It was a great honour, and I was able to use it to do things like support a meeting in Oxford. I was at Oxford at the time, and we brought together many international collaborators for the first time to meet together to discuss this new scientific project. And to be able to do that and have it in our home institution was really important. So it enabled us to do good science, but it also, was a great honour for me.
So the Philip Leverhulme Prize has been hugely important, particularly in my career, particularly for the time at which it is awarded, which is usually for those scholars who are under 30. So it's a moment where both the quality of the award in terms of its validation of what you've been doing, perhaps as a scholar, and the ability to spend some consolidated time bringing together what certainly in my case were quite diverse traditions of thinking in order to take that forward in a coherent and organised way, and hopefully also in an original way, is absolutely valuable and unique, particularly given the pressures of the modern academy.